Adab, मैं शेफ शकूर.
और मैं झांसी की रानी.
Whoa, calm down, Lob. I was only trying to be friendly, you know? What the? Assalamu alaikum, guys. How are we doing? It's Chef Shakur with another episode of Sheikh's Place. Today, guys, I love cooking up. Today, I thought, since we're making a curry, I wanted to go through the whole shebang. So we've done gosh, we've done keema, we've done chooza, and I wanted to do a sabzi. I thought, what's my favorite sabzi to do? And I love saag. So yeah, I thought today we'll do some saag chooza for you guys. I've got a brilliant recipe lined up, and yeah, let's get cracking. Chinese logo. This is our spice plate for today. So we have some namak. We have a full tablespoon of namak, full tablespoon of ground cumin seeds. We got our tablespoon of garam masala, tablespoon of ground coriander, tablespoon of chili powder, and half a tablespoon of haldi. And to complement our dish, we've also got some cardamom and we've got some cinnamon. Okay, so I'll be showing you how to cook with our spice plate today. So first of all, what we're going to do, we've got our karai over here and we're going to be cooking it on here. So let me just get the flame on. So guys, I've just thrown in our cinnamon and cardamom inside the oil. The oil is hot and it's just sizzling away. So this is basically a good way to get flavour out from our cardamom and our cinnamon first of all. And we're just going to leave this in here for about a minute. Next up, that doesn't look very sizzly, does it? But then trust me, that's how it looks like when you put it in oil. Now we are going to hear some sizzle because I'm going to put in our onion. So this is 2 onions. And we're basically just going to let this brown up. So we're just waiting until it goes lightly brown. Actually, on the subject of adab, whilst I'm just cooking my onions through, where did that actually come from? Because as far as I'm aware, I mean everybody in India, they seem to think all the Muslims say adab, but we all say assalamu alaikum. So if anybody knows what's behind that, then do give us a comment as to how that started. I always thought, because they always put their heads up like this, and as far as I'm aware, whenever I go to Pakistan, I see bear man, I seen bear man doing this when they're trying to do a 100 kulli. You know, when they're trying to do wuzu. So, and I only I'm sure a lot of you guys as well just know about adab from like Bollywood movies. So yeah, if you guys know where adab originates from or what what going with it, do let me know. Actually, whilst we're on the subject, I know a lot of people who don't even say assalamu alaikum nowadays. They just one kuze, you know what I'm saying? It's always good to say salam. If you ever see anybody, I always like to, I'm one of these guys, I say salam to if somebody randomly walking and, you know when you're walking and next man gives you the eye contact, they're looking at you to see who you are, to try and see if they recognize you. So, even if the guy doesn't know me, I still go up to him, I still say assalamu alaikum. You get a smile out of it and it makes the day go by. Yeah, my tip for today, outside of cooking, if you ever see any man looking at you, yeah, always give them a friendly salam. Right guys, so we can see our plate is nice and our plate, you see our onions got that nice and light brown. So what I've got here is one full garlic's worth, which I've blended, and you can put full garlic if you want, just by itself, but I've just made it into a paste. I'm just going to put all of that in there, like so. I'm going to mix that in, let that infuse. So we're going to mix all this in until everything becomes not dark brown, but just the right amount of brown, just like a normal brown. So you can see it's light brown at the minute. I'm just going to go a little bit darker and become brown, not dark brown, and then we'll be ready to add our chicken. Right guys, so you see that this is nice and brown. So let's add our full chicken, and basically we're going to let everything mix together, but at the same time we're going to let our chicken fry off. So we're going to let our chicken change so you're going to see a change in colour. Well, you can see already there, you're going to see a change in colour in the chicken, so it's going to fry off. We're just going to mix everything together as well. But it should usually take up to about 5 minutes. So here we go guys, our chicken has changed colour, and it's not fully cooked as you can tell, but it's getting there. So now the next thing to do is add a couple of tomatoes. So there's 2 tomatoes in there. I'm just going to let these soften up a little bit, takes a couple of minutes. And what I'm going to do with it is start the process of adding some masala. So we're going to add our chili powder, our turmeric and salt, and we're going to just get that all out of here. All of them if they mix up. And don't worry if you get a little bit of the other spices in there. We're gonna end up they're gonna be in the dish anyway, but they're just gonna be added later on. So there we go guys. So now we're gonna give this a good mix and let everything infuse. And that should take up to about 5 minutes or so. Actually, I was in the shop the other day, and as you do, and I got asked by one of my friends. He goes, "Where did you look for cooking? How did you learn how to make curries and all these sorts?" I did tell him about my travels and how I've learned how to make other cuisines from traveling abroad. But at the same time, my background story with food, my grandma, like my mom and dad were working when we were younger. My mom used to work in schools, and my dad is an engineer, and yeah, it was one of them things where I was just at home with my grandma. So whenever she was hungry, you know, at first it used to be you made the simple things like omelets and stuff like that, and then you know, you start asking your mum, you know, if grandma's alone in the afternoon, she wants saalan, what do you do? So yeah, so I started learning when I was quite young, and I've always had a passion for food anyway, you know. I mean, I've got a belly, so proves one point. But yeah, it's just one of them things. Since I was a boy, that passion hasn't stopped. So yeah, that's my story. So guys, now this dish, you know, the tomatoes and everything is soft, the haldi's made everything look yellow, so it's time that we can add our other spices. So once this is in, I'm going to give it a good mix, and we're going to let it infuse for 10 minutes. You smell that already, it smells beautiful. So I'll get back to you guys after 10 minutes and you see what's happened with the dish. Infusion complete, you can see that the oil has lifted to the top. And now this is ready for our next stage, which we're gonna finally, being a saag dish, we're gonna add our saag. And I'm using puree today, because I love puree a la saag. We're gonna add the whole of it. And now we're gonna infuse the saag with the rest of the saalan. And that's gonna take up to 10 minutes. And then once we have done, our dish should be near ready. So I'll show you what to do next once the saag has been put out after 10 minutes. Okay guys, so after all this infusion, I keep repeating that word, but that's what it is. Everything is ready. This is about 80% done now. So what I'm going to do is we're going to put this into a low heat. And then we're just going to put the lid on top. And we're going to let it cook for about 10 minutes. So that, just to let the chicken that we got in there, just to let it cook fully. So just to get that extra 20% done. So after 10 minutes, I'll show you guys what to do next. Right guys, so it's time. Get that out. Now what we're gonna do, which is the last bit, is very unconventionally, but it does make the dish that extra little bit more tasty, is we're gonna add about half a pot of double cream. And then we're just gonna stir it in. And we're gonna let this simmer again for about 5 minutes. And then when that does it, it'll be ready to serve. So guys, it's been 5 minutes. Woo! That's wow. So there we have it. That, my friends, is my version of puree saag chooza. That's what we're going to name the dish. Oh, that's what the dish is called anyway. I don't need to name it anyway. But yeah, there we go. That's my version for it done. So guys, what do you think of that video? Oh, you think so? Oh, it's nice to know that you guys love my videos there. Anyway guys, that's me done for today. As always, give my page a like and subscribe if you haven't done so. I don't know why I've done that early, but press the notification button and share around the world. And until next time, assalamu alaikum.